Well, the trials of two men accused of sex crimes against children are set to continue tomorrow, with an expert witness set to testify in each of them.
While no proceedings took place today in the trial of Willie Hernandez in 89th District Court, testimony continued in the 78th in the trial of James Esmond. Josh Hoggard, he was there, and he joins us now with the very latest. Josh.
Yeah, after an emotional day of testimony from the 10-year-old victim yesterday, testimony resumed today in the 78th District Court, with the defendant, James Esmond, eventually waiving his Fifth Amendment right and taking the stand in his own defense. Patsy's House Director Denise Roberts was the first to take the stand this morning, testifying about her forensic interview with the victim. And the jury was shown photos that appeared to depict the victim reenacting sexual abuse, and Roberts adding that the victim said that there were over a dozen instances of assault committed by Esmond. Then another former step-sibling took the stand, her testimony lining up with her brother's, that Esmond had assaulted them several times when they lived with his mother. And after the prosecution rested, defense attorney Bob Estrada called his first witness, James Esmond himself. Esmond said he spent time in juvenile jail for sexual assault in his teens, but he claimed he wasn't aware of the plea deal that he was signing, and he denied the allegations against him by his former step-siblings. Esmond also denied ever abusing the victim in this case, saying he was never once alone with the victim. Prosecutor Brooke Robb cross-examined Esmond, who appeared to make several misstatements, and claimed that his memory of his teenage years with his step-siblings was blurry. This prompted Robb to ask Esmond if he had ever suffered from a brain injury and if he should be keeping track of his misstatements himself. Estrada then called Esmond's boss to the stand, who testified that Esmond was more or less his right hand, adding that Esmond was a man of high character and integrity. Now, looking ahead, testimony will continue tomorrow in Esmond's trial, and it will resume in the trial of Willie Hernandez over in the 89th District Court. Now, we've learned that in both of those trials, the state will call child abuse expert Lindsay Dula to take the stand. She's been called as an expert in Wichita County before, most recently in the trial of Brittany Rouleau, who was convicted of aggravated sexual assault of a child back in May.
You know, Josh, it seems as though that things may be wrapping up in these trials. Any idea when we might get verdicts here?
Well, it's looking like both of these cases are actually going to be handed to their juries tomorrow afternoon, and depending on how long they take, we might have verdicts as early as the end of the day. Now, both Hernandez and Esmond have selected to have the jury set their punishment, and they both face up to life behind bars. Of course, follow us online and on air at Texomashomepage.com for the latest updates.
All right, Josh, thank you so much for updates on both those cases. We appreciate it.